guys, welcome back to the channel. And if you've been watching recently, you'll remember I introduced you guys to my BMW 335i, and that's the car that's slowly becoming the main character of the channel. And in that video, I asked you guys to recommend some tires I should try next. And funny enough, one of you most repeated suggestions in the comments was the Radar tires because of how affordable they are. So I took that seriously and did my research and had some conversations
around the tire community, and there's no denying that tires can be slightly expensive, especially if you're buying all four at once. So in this case, I opted for the Radar tires, and these ones can take up to 300 kilometers per hour.
Today we're going to be talking about something every driver, and especially every BMW driver that's rear wheel drive, should take seriously: tire safety. Because when you're pushing a car with over 250 kilowatts, listen, my 335i I know pushes slightly more than that, so it's slightly more important for me to always consider the importance of having good tires. And listen, if you drive a BMW already, you know that we've got bad rap out there. The Audi guys love teasing us that we love grass, because one bit of rain and the BM is visiting the pavement and it's there to stay. We laugh about it, but most of the time those moments, they come down to some bad traction and bad tire choices sometimes. Also, we leave tires for too long,
Which we shouldn't, because the minute your tires start skidding or start sliding, it's probably too late, because if rain comes, that's not going to be a good sight. That's why for this one, I decided to go for the Dimax R8 Plus Run Flat.
So yeah, I'm excited to see how it's going to look with the new tires, because the first issue was we've got 4 tires, 2 in front are the same brand and the ones at the back are the different brand. So I'm excited to try out this new Radar brand and see how it performs.
So obviously there's different kinds of tires of brands that one can fit to their vehicle, but in this case I decided to give Radar tires a chance. After the chat we had with them, I decided, you know what, let's see if we can give them a chance. And because they are sports tires and they can handle high speeds for when we're doing track, I'm really looking forward to that. I have never bought tires in fours. I always buy 2, either for the front and then later buy 2 for the rear. But in this case, there was a point where I had an incident where I was driving from Soweto and I bumped into a pothole and it messed up one of my tires, and I claimed from insurance and they declined my claim. So yeah, I'm getting fresh new tires and I'm hoping they get to look really proper.
So when you're driving something with real power, especially rear wheel drive, tire safety becomes, a whole different conversation. It can be overlooked, but my BMW 335 is pushing over 250 kilowatts. And I'm saying over 250 because I haven't put it on a dyno in a very long while. So I'm going to do that. Maybe in one of the next few videos, I'm going to show you guys when I'm doing that. So 250 kilowatts, one has strong low end torque and a rear end that loves to get really playful. BMWs are actually tail happy. A chassis that is designed for sharp handling and a traction control that expects good tires. So already you are tricking the car by not having great tires.
So I'll be running 225 35s in front, and then obviously the tire, the rim size is 1988Y. I must actually find out what Y represents in terms of speed, and I'll let you guys know.
Tire safety isn't just about avoiding punches, but it's about how well you can stop, how well you can corner, how stable the car feels at high speeds, and how much grip you can have even in the rain. I still don't drive it in the rain though, I don't take those chances. But with this new Radar tires, you know what, I'm gonna give it a try. A powerful BMW on bad tires is very, very dangerous, especially, by the way, when it's a rear wheel drive. These days, the newer cars come with X-Drive, and sometimes you can switch between X-Drives and rear wheel, so you get to decide. But On some of these older models, you don't have that luxury. It comes standard with rear wheel drive, and from there it's you and your God. But I'll admit it, a BMW on good tires is pure magic. Let's talk about the jokes, because there's always the truth behind jokes, guys. But BMWs are truly known for sliding in rainy and wet conditions, and some of the clips we've seen online is a lot. Rear wheel drive means instant torque, and sometimes the weight distribution depends on the grip, if often. A performance chassis that expects premium tires. Traction control can be switched off once in a while, but it can't save you if it's on all the time. So sometimes, even when your traction control is on, you still need to take control, but also your tires are there to make sure that you don't eat grass. And when it rains, your tires are worn, and if they are, one of those side of the road type of tires, or you just choose the wrong tire type, that can also mean some danger.
And the last thing you need is to take the scenic route when you don't intend to do that.
Because look at this part. This is what you must look at. When that part here is beginning to be level with the insides, it means the tires are tough.
It's not about the car only. It's wild out there. Sometimes you could be avoiding an obstacle on the road, and you need to be very quick in terms of handling. And if you've got the bad tires, you might not even make it, and you may even seem like you are trying to do something rather stupid.
So, as I said, I had one Dunlop and one Bridgestone in the back. So that can't be a good thing. So I had a Dunlop and then I had a Bridgestone in the back. And this was front as well as that is front, but it's the same.
Always been advised not to go with run flat tires if I ever want to do a robot to robot with someone. Those who know, because the apparently run flats can be a little bit heavy. But I decided, you know what, I'm old now. I can't be doing robot to robot, guys. This car is just to make me happy, not to try, win races illegally.
Now let's talk about the tires I decided to go for. I decided to go for the Dimax R8 Plus Run Flats because they came highly recommended. And then I also noticed that they've got all the features that I actually wanted.
So I did my research around the car community, and most of them said, you know what, check them out. And I did so. The features matched everything I actually needed. The pricing wasn't that terrible. And for a performance BMW, if this was a 320i, I wouldn't mind whatever tires would be. But because I push quite a number of torque as well as kilowatts, I needed to do something quite safe. So here's what makes these tires ideal for my 335. One, run flat safety. If you get a puncture when you're doing high speeds, the tire does not collapse. It still stays reinforced, so the side walls will keep the car stable, so you don't lose control, which is something I didn't really think about back then, but now I know better. So for a car of so much power alone, this is a priceless car to me. I wouldn't want to lose it because I had bad tires. So you can keep driving after a puncture. That I truly like, because in a country like ours, it can be very unpredictable. You don't want to get stuck in a puncture in the middle of the night just anywhere. You could at least drive until you get to the nearest filling station or garage. So the run flats, you can drive up to 80 kilometers per hour at safe speeds. So it still saves your rim and it saves your life. So though I won't need any spare wheel there, so I can get stuck anywhere.
As per usual, you cannot not fit tires or rims and not do wheel alignment. So we are doing wheel alignment, and so that we're much more safer and our car can function properly and the suspension can do what it's supposed to do. So that's exactly what the guys are doing just now.
Reinforced sidewalls, better handling. So on the side of the tires, when you are handling it, maybe cornering at high speeds, the handling becomes a little bit much more better. And the stronger sidewalls mean you are cornering stability and less flex on the tire. So the response is a little bit much more better. And performance at high speeds, like I said, is not as compromised. So if you drive a BMW and it's meant to be driven, I stay by my rule. Cars are meant to be driven. Excellent weather, whether it's wet or dry grip, we still need to drive. The thread design moves water away, so the grooves in the middle of the tire, this is what they do because they keep water out of the tire as quickly as possible and while maintaining great grip. So less sliding, so you'll be happy with that.
Especially now with so much heavy rainfall in South Africa, especially more in Joburg. So I think these Dimax R8 Plus run flats are definitely going to do me great justice. So far, so good.
I can't be the only one who relates to this. When somebody else is driving your car and you're watching it from the outside, it just looks different. Sometimes a bit strange, but it looks more gorgeous when you can see it rolling, because you can hardly have someone taking a video of you, but you take videos of other cars. And if it's other your car, it's usually parked. So I must say it really is nice seeing it on a roll.
The day I decide to fit new tires, because I was worried it's gonna rain one day and this car will kill me, because rear wheel drives with wetness, they don't do very well. And it rains and I've just fitted new tires, so what a perfect time to check if the tires are doing what they're supposed to be doing. Yeah, interesting.
So the D-Max run flats are built with more flexible compound, giving a smoother ride, less road tire noise, and more everyday comfort. So I don't drive this car every day, but when I drive it, I still want to enjoy it. So you get the safety of run flats without feeling every stone on the road. And sometimes that's what you need. Designed for performance cars, and these are heat resistant and they're rated Y. Y means you can go up to 300 kilometers per hour. Trust me, I will not be doing that. I've got 2 kids, so I'm not going to be doing that. So, but for powerful vehicles, if you want to go on track, I think you can also look at these tires. Like I said, I'll do a proper review maybe after 10,000, 15,000 Ks, so I can let you know how I feel about them. But so far, so good. So whether you hit a boost or you go on long drive or enjoy spirited driving, if you know what I mean, they can handle the load. And I know the economy is hard, but so your life is even more valuable, because sometimes we buy tires next to the road, and when your tires are worn, your grip decreases and your braking distance increases, and you don't want that. So, if you watched the video up until this far, I truly want to thank you for your support, and I do see your comments, your follows, your likes, and yeah, I'm slowly building a community, because now, even me now, I'm getting people asking me, when are you dropping the video? I'm going to drop the video as soon as I can, and I truly appreciate that, knowing that there's people that truly care for my content, because I do this for fun, but I also do it because I'm passionate about it. So when I see passionate subscribers or passionate community that I'm building, I'm truly grateful for that. So thank you so much for watching. If you've watched up until this far, the next video is going to be me taking a road trip with this car. I'm going to try to do that as soon as possible, so that you guys can enjoy and see the car more often onto the channel. But so far so good. I truly enjoy it. So I'm trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. So if you've got time to click that subscribe button, please subscribe. But if you still don't want to, it's okay. I'm hoping one day I'll convince you. Thank you for watching. Danko.